Earth's orbit around the sun is what keeps life stable. Our planet moves at nearly 30 kilometers per second, held in a delicate balance between gravity pulling inward and momentum carrying it forward. But what if, in an instant, that motion stopped, and Earth no longer orbited the sun? The first moments would be catastrophic. Without orbital speed, Earth would no longer glide around the sun, but instead begin to fall directly toward it, pulled in by gravity. The planet would follow a deadly spiral inward. At first, the change might not be noticeable. The sun would still rise and set as usual, but within weeks the orbit would decay, and Earth would drift closer, slowly but surely drawn to its destruction. Temperatures would climb as the planet approached the sun. Ice caps would melt, oceans would boil at the edges, and storms would become violent and uncontrollable. Crops would wither in relentless heat. Humanity might attempt desperate measures, building underground shelters, creating artificial cooling systems, or even launching giant sunshades into space. But the growing heat would overwhelm most efforts. Gravity itself would change too. As Earth moved inward, the sun's pull would increase, altering tides and creating massive earthquakes as stresses tore at the crust. Volcanoes could erupt in violent bursts. Coastal cities might vanish under waves driven by distorted tidal forces. For a time, some might believe humanity could survive underground or under the oceans. But the truth would be harsher. Within a few months, Earth would get so close to the sun that the atmosphere would burn away, leaving only a scorched, molten world. In the final stage, Earth would be consumed by the sun's outer layers, disappearing forever. But let's imagine another possibility. What if Earth didn't fall inward but simply froze in place, motionless at its current distance? Without orbital speed, gravity would still drag it straight toward the sun, but in this version, imagine some unknown force holds it still. Then the consequences would be different. Earth would stop spinning through its seasons, locked in a permanent day on one side and eternal night on the other. On the day side, the sun would scorch the land endlessly. Deserts would spread, oceans might evaporate, and temperatures would rise to unbearable levels. On the night side, cold darkness would deepen, turning oceans into ice and land into frozen wastelands. The thin region between light and dark, the twilight zone, might become the last habitable strip, where humans and animals would gather to survive. Civilization would adapt, as it always does. Cities might be built in the twilight belt, powered by massive solar arrays on the day side and cooled by resources mined from the night side. Humanity could survive there, but only in narrow regions. The Earth would no longer feel like a global home, but like a divided battlefield between fire and ice. In both scenarios, whether Earth falls into the sun or freezes in place, the lesson is the same. Our orbit is not just a path through space, it is the balance that sustains life. If that motion stopped, the fragile harmony of Earth would collapse. The sun, our life-giver, would either consume us or divide us into extremes. In the end, the idea reminds us of how precious balance is. Life exists only because Earth dances perfectly around the sun. If that dance stopped, the music of our world would end.